wealthy. We won't stop giving you just good life. We will literally not stop till you live enlightened life. Manifesting the state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, being of Paramashiva. Whole world should become Kailashians.
I want the whole world to know Hindus have something great to contribute to the world. We have something great to contribute to the world. Let us do that.
Kailasa is proper customized spiritual service helping you to identify your root patterns of suffering. We have perfected the science of helping every individual from every cultural, religious, nationality background. You will have lowest reactionary assumptions, highest awakened response, alive response for life continuously. Kailasa is enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself in your own home, wherever you are. Proper customized spiritual service helping you to complete with your life negativity, withdrawal from life, self-hatred, self-denial, self-doubt, so much of tiredness, laziness. We can support you aligning your diet, your attitude, your aptitude, your understanding about life. We can help you with everything.
Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Gandhvatitam Gaganasadrisham Tattvamasyaadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami.
Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Nithyanandam, I offer my humble obeisance, my humble pranam at the divine lotus feet of the supreme concept of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam. And I warmly welcome each and every one of you who is joining us now for the Parashakti Akashic reading program. Each and every one of you who is joining us on the various different social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube as well. I welcome each and every one of you who is joining from all of the different Kailasas, the different spiritual de facto embassies of Kailasa, and the various different Devalayas and Annalayas, as well as the Goshalas, Gurukuls, and e-Gurukuls across the world, whether you are joining in from a center or a Sarvajna Peetham or even on your own, if you are a devotee tuning in on your own device and listening into this program, wanting and seeking higher transformation, deeper truth in your life, then I welcome you now for this program as we begin the Parashakti Akashic reading program. Today, you can expect that the Divine Cosmic Mother will guide and give you the answers that you have been seeking for, not just in this lifetime, but for lifetimes together. And out of her extreme love and compassion for the whole of humanity, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is manifesting the Bhava of Devi Parashakti. And she is answering our prayers and giving us boons, revealing the past, present, and future, and ultimately showering her love in order to simply remove all kinds of darkness and ignorance in our lives. And each and every one of us, especially during these various strenuous times, and when the COVID-19 pandemic is running havoc in all of these societies and different communities, and against various different marginalized communities in more magnitude as well as gender, exaggerating all of the various different intersections and problems which we are already facing in society, and making it even more of a problem that we are facing. Now, with the grace of Devi Parashakti herself, she brings the light into the darkness that we live in. And we must understand that in order to destroy ego, in order to remove darkness, if you are in a dark room, you don't just chase the darkness out of the room. You cannot physically chase the darkness out of the room. You simply have to turn on the light. You simply have to switch on a light or light the lamp of consciousness. And that is the very presence of Devi Parashakti in your life. You can take this program as a way to get connected to the Divine Cosmic Mother and ask your questions, receive the breakthrough that you want in your life, and complete sincerely and achieve the ultimate transformation that you want to manifest in your life. In Sanatana Hindu Dharma, we saw the reality of how the relationship with the mother was the first and foremost relationship that each and every one of us have. Even if we don't remember right now, the relationship with the mother, even in the prenatal conditions inside of the womb, we will have deep engrams and deep memories associated to that time inside of us. Because we always see the way that we relate to the mother, the way that we interact with the mother is always connected directly to how we relate to life, the universe, and people around us. And it is always the base relationship that determines all other relationships in our life. And the Vedic rishis, the Hindu scientists of our civilization, had literally understood this and used this as a way that we can direct our relationship, this relationship, towards the relationship with the Divine Cosmic Mother, with the universe itself. And we can direct our consciousness towards higher consciousness and our ambition towards higher ambition in our lives. And that, it gives us the breakthrough that we want. And with the love of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and Devi Parashakti herself, she has been continuously answering our prayers, giving us boons, revealing the past, present, and future, and has has every day been able to relate with each and every one of us and make herself available for us to ask our questions directly, whether it is on YouTube, on Facebook. She herself is reading the comments and literally answering each and every one of our prayers, granting the boons that we want. And today, during this program, you'll be able to see how you can live out of pure gratitude and love to Devi Parashakti and connect deeply with Devi Parashakti, who is granting us so many boons right now. In fact, for the last 27 years of the revival work of Kailasa, the ancient enlightened Hindu civilizational nation, the supreme pontiff of Hinduism, has been continuously, time and time again, manifesting the bhava of Devi Parashakti for each and every one of us to connect to. And for the last 4 months, the supreme pontiff of Hinduism has been manifesting the Devi Parashakti herself. Out of her compassion for the whole humanity.
What I mean by the word e-Kailasa, listen intensely. Enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself, in your own home, wherever you are. If you cannot come to Kailasa, it's okay. Kailasa can come to you. Kailasa coming to you is e-Kailasa.
I will revive Hinduism. I am a Hindu revivalist, not by any revolution, but by evolution. And setting model communities. Kailasas, enlightenment ecosystems, Sarvanya Pitas all over the world.
All powerful cognition, knowledge, only when you live power manifestation, and possibilities manifestation happens. It's a fundamental truth.
Hinduism cannot live exclusively as one sampradaya. No. All sampradayas of Hinduism is an ecosystem. So don't keep quiet thinking sampradaya is attacked, only that sampradaya is going to be affected. All of us are ecosystem.
I invite all of you to get involved and enjoy Hinduism by the principle of Dharmo Rakshati Rakshitaha. When you protect Dharma, Dharma protects you.
We will make the whole planet flourish spiritually. The spiritual prosperity will happen to the whole planet. We all have to coexist together.
Nithyananda, welcome back to all the viewers, completing with all the viewers for that technical difficulty. Now, before we enter into the next segment of today's program and enter into the program officially, let us first be introduced to the very divine cosmic being who is making himself available and manifesting as Devi Parashakti, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Now, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was born on the 2nd of January 1978 and is today the reviver of Kailasa, the ancient, enlightened, macrocosmic Hindu civilizational nation. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was recognized from birth itself as the incarnation of Paramashiva by esteemed enlightened adepts and masters from Tiruvannamalai and around India as well. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is today the reviver of the science of power manifestation, the temple-based lifestyle, and as well as yoga. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has revived the 14 ancient indigenous kingdoms, including the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is ordained as the 233rd Guru Mahasannidhanam, or the spiritual head of the Sonde Mandalam Adhinam, or the Kailashonata Kailasa Paramparagata Kanchi Kailasa Sarvagnapitam. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the incumbent emperor of the Swangi Samrajyam. As well, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is as well the 293rd Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam of the Shamalapita Sarvagnapitam. Excuse me. Now, and as well, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is also the Mahamandaleshwar of the Mahanirvani Akada, and that means the spiritual head of this apex body of Hinduism. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism as well is also the Acharya Mahamandaleshwar, the 1008th Acharya Mahamandaleshwar of the Atal Akada. As well, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the 23rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of the Dharma Mukti Swargapuram Adhinam. And finally, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in 2015 was elected as that title, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, by a congregation of thousands of Hindu leaders, and who had officially coronated the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism as Bhagavan and entitled him with the title of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And today, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is known as a commentator on many of the Hindu scriptures, including the Bhagavad Gita, the Upanishads, the Shiva Sutras, the Jain Sutras, the Yoga Sutras, the Ashtavakra Gita, and many more. and the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, as well as has authored over 300 books, and primarily in English, Tamil, and Sanskrit, and has further translated these into 50 different languages and has made them available also online, through which the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has enriched and reached over 1 billion people. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism as well is the reviver of over 100 Sarvagnya Pitas, or temple monastery complexes that are around the world. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism as well is the reviver of the 108 different sampradayas, or the ancient endangered lineages, which such as the Rudras and Rudrakanyas, the Bhairavas and Bhairavis, and the Rishis and Rishikas as well. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has established the Kailasas Nithyananda Hindu University, the world's largest Hindu university with satellite campuses in more than 150 countries. And this brings us to a conclusion of this segment, where we've just been introduced to what breakthrough you will have today. So now, in the next further segment, we will be entering into the demonstration of the third eye, demonstration of the powers of Paramashiva, and we'll be looking forward to that next segment right now, and be able to be guided by the Nityananda Gurukul Balasans in how we can manifest the possibility and how we can see what's exactly in store for us. So we'll be right back with you after a short break for the next segment in today's program.
Yes, Nithyanandam, everyone. And now we will be getting into the next segment, where we will be seeing a live demonstration of the manifestation of extraordinary Shaktis, the divine power, which is given to us as a gift by Supreme Pontiff Hinduism through the Diksha, the initiation. So the Balasans and the Nityananda yogis and the initiate disciples of the Supreme Pontiff Hinduism will be demonstrating the powers of third eye and sharing with all of you the experiences and results of the extraordinary manifestation of the divine powers awakened in us through the Diksha, the initiation. And in today's Bhava Samadhi Darshan, all of us will also be receiving, all of you will be receiving the initiations into the third eye awakening, as well as various other powers, with the blessings and grace of the Supreme Pontiff Hinduism. And all of you will be manifesting the following powers of third eye, which is seeing with the eyes blindfolded, and various other powers after the Bhava Samadhi Darshan. And for those of you who might be wondering where the third eye is located and how it works, the third eye is a cosmic browsing center located between the brows, which upon initiation one can effortlessly express powers and see through the third eye just as you would with your two eyes. And now let's see what are Shaktis. What exactly are these Shaktis that we are speaking about? So in the Vedagas, the source scriptures of Hinduism, Paramashiva reveals in elaborate detail that every human being is hardwired to be able to manifest 463 plus extraordinary Shaktis, the divine powers. And manifesting powers are described by Paramashiva as a system, a method, and a science for human beings to explore the various possibilities and powers and have access to various states of consciousness. And these Shaktis manifest only from the fundamental cognition that you are the divine and you need to manifest the divine, not that you are a man and you need to reach the divine. And the source, and many of you might have heard the term as a term called siddhis, the word siddhi, because this is usually a common term used for any type of extraordinary manifestation. So let's look at the difference between Shaktis and Siddhis. So Shakti is expressed from the space of enlightenment as a side effect of feeling connection with the divine and high integrity with the Guru and are a source of enlightenment, whereas Siddhis are powers that manifest for and from tapas or penance for enlightenment and are on the path of enlightenment. And a few more differences are that Shaktis of Paramashiva manifest through ordinary human beings in an extraordinary way after the initiation by the avatar and are permanent, whereas Siddhis are not permanent and may divert you from enlightenment. And Paramashiva, the source of all these Shaktis, is the primordial divinity in Hinduism, the ultimate reality and cause, which is self-effulgent, Swayam Prakasha, all-pervading, unchanging beyond time, space, form, and causality. And as the fundamental base of Avyakta, the unmanifest, and Vyakta, the manifest existence, he performs the Pancha Kritya, or the five cosmic acts of Shrishti, which is creation, Sthiti, sovereign rulership and maintenance, Samhara, rejuvenation, Throbhava, pulling out to delusion, and Anugraha, which is liberating grace for all living entities. And now the avatar of Paramashiva, the supreme point of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, who is the 1008th living incarnation of Paramashiva and representative of Paramashiva and the reviver of Kailasa, the ancient and Hindu civilization, enlightened Hindu civilization nation, and the great cosmopolitan nation. He is reviving these yogic sciences in the modern day and transmitting it to the world at a record-breaking pace, which is never accomplished before. And see, the Guru Parampara, where all of this knowledge and science of manifesting these Shaktis are passed down from one generation to the next through initiation by the enlightened Gurus. And the supreme point of Hinduism, being recognized as an incarnation by his Gurus at a very young age, was trained and taught these sciences to revive the initiations and knowledge repositories for billions to manifest the science of manifestation from the disciplines of Vedanta, Tantra, Sri Vidya, Yoga, Yoga powers, Mantra Shastra, Siddha Vidya, science of Aushadha, Bhakti Yoga, Advaita, Paramashivijnana, and many more such others. And you can also see all the various enlightened masters and gurus who have trained and taught the supreme point of Hinduism ever since he was young. Mataji Vivekananda Puri, Mundi Swamigal, S.A.P. Swamigal, Annamalai Swamigal, Kanchi Paramacharya, Yogi Raj Yogananda Puri, and many more. And now let's see how we can awaken these divine powers in us and how you can manifest these powers yourselves. So every ultimate truth, jnana, is mapped into your consciousness, prajna, and manifests as a possibility and power of every being, prajnana. And let us now look at how this science of power manifestation is authenticated through four aspects of evidences or pramanas, as told in Sanskrit. And so the first, the Shastra Pramana, is the eternal, unchangeable truths revealed in the source scriptures. And then the next, the Apta Pramana, is the experiences and results of Aptas or authorities of Hinduism, where the Vedic rishis and scientists have time-tested and verified these sciences themselves. And the next is Atma Pramana, which is an account of the supreme point of Hinduism, this millennium's avatar's personal experience of the power manifestation. And then the next is the Pratyaksha Pramana, which is the empirical evidence from observation and scientific experimentation. And for those of you who are not very familiar with the Vedas and the Agamas, which is a living applied science for Hindus, the Vedas are the ultimate superior authority for Hindus and are pure science where the ultimate truths are explained. And the Agamas are the scriptures where the applied technology and the applied science is expanded. So the Vedas and Agamas The Vedagamas are given the status of Shruti as they are directly revealed by Paramashiva. They are the ultimate eternal and unchangeable truths. And a reference cited from these Shastras and source scriptures is called the Shastra Pramana. And now, let us get ready to witness a very unique and exciting demonstration of the power of the powers of third eye. So we'll be first entering into the power of third eye reading, which is seen with eyes blindfolded. The Shastra Pramana for this power of third eye comes from the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. Kapalantarmanonyasya tishtannilitalochanaha kramena manasodadyat lakshaye lakshyamuttamam. And the translation for this verse is, by fixing the mind on the inner space within the crown center and sitting stably without any movement, having the eyes closed in succession, by that stability of the mind in inner space through the power of the third eye, one directly sees the ultimate goal Lakshyam by having the vision beyond the sight that reveals any object or place, attaining the space of oneness with the source, Paramashiva. And the next, the Apta Pramana for this power, is where Krishna initiates Arjuna into the power of third eye. Natu mam shakyase drashtu manenaiva svachakshusha divyam dadami te chakshuhu vashyam me yogamaishwaram. And in this verse, Bhagavan Krishna says to Arjuna, but you cannot see my cosmic form with these physical eyes of yours. Therefore, I grant you divine third eye vision. Behold my cosmic opulence. So in the Hindu Purana Bhagavad Gita, where Bhagavan Krishna initiates Arjuna into the power of third eye to behold his Vishwarupa Darshan, the vision of his cosmic form. And in the 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita specifically, which contains the description of Bhagavan Krishna's cosmic form, is completely narrated by Arjuna as he sees Bhagavan Krishna through his third eye. And the Atma Pramana for this power, in Swami's own words, the first experiences that I was able to see everything around me, above me, the whole 360 degree, 10 directions, below me, everything. I realized not only I was able to see, I was able to feel and experience all of that as me. And now all of you can look at the Pratyaksha Pramana, which is the empirical evidence from observation and scientific experimentation. You can see that study measures were done on the Supreme Pontiff himself using a PET, a positron emission tomography, and the brainwaves of the Supreme Pontiff was measured. And it was measured that when doing daily activities, there was high activity measured in the brain where the third eye is located. And when in deep samadhi state, only the third eye region is active and almost 90% of the rest of the brain is at peace. And the next, the Sakshi Pramana, which are the experiences and results of the extraordinary manifestation happening through the initiate disciples of the Supreme Pontiff Hinduism. So this is where the rare science of and the sacred science of third eye awakening has been made available to humanity for our ultimate enrichment and conscious evolution by the Supreme Pontiff Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasiddhan and His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam. And as a living incarnation of Paramashiva, the Supreme Pontiff Hinduism embodies the most profound yogic states that surpass all he embodies the most profound yogic states that surpass all the bounds of time, space, and matter. And now he is gifting this great science of third eye awakening along with many other spiritual sciences through the initiation and Diksha for millions of people. And everyone who has been initiated into these powers have actually experienced the profound results and extraordinary powers and the manifestation in their day-to-day life. And now, get ready to witness the live Sakshi Pramana, the demonstration of the powers of third eye, with the Balasans and the Nithyananda Yogis. So, we will be back in just a few minutes, so please stay tuned.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Yes, Nithyananda everyone. And now we'll be getting into the live demonstration, the Sakshi Pramana of these powers of third eye. So now with me, I have this blindfold which I will be using today. And in front, it is just a thick opaque plastic sheet. And in the back, it is thick black sponge, which will not allow any type of light to come or enter near my eyes. And in these two holes, my eyes will be going into, and it will completely stick on my skin, and it will not let any light to enter my eyes. And usually it's said that without light you cannot see. So I'll be wearing this eye band, and for all of your information, actually this is certified by ophthalmologists. So it is verified also. It is completely foolproof. And now I have a volunteer with me who will be putting on this eye band on my eyes. Yes. Now the eye band has been put on me. Now you can make it a little tighter. Yes. So now the eye band has been put on me. I will be turning to my right, left, up, and down. So all of you can see that there is no gaps anywhere around my eyes. And now, anyone watching us on YouTube, you can put your comments in the YouTube comment section, and I will be reading out the comments. Yes, so the last comment we have is from Rahul Aswani. He has put a namaskar emoji, a heart emoji, and a om emoji with a purple background. And before that, we have Naveen Kumar Somnataya who has put, I want e-Kailasa. Yes, so you can sign up as a e-Kailashan, and you can also become an e-Kailashan. And before that, so Naveen Kumaraya has put Nithyananda in all caps. And anyone else who would like to put in your comments, you can put in your comments. You can put a sequence of emojis, sequence of numbers, letters, words, or sentences, or you can even put something that doesn't even make sense, and I will be reading it. So we have Buddy Parker who has put Nithyananda and an exclamatory mark after that. Anyone else? Now Buddy Parker has put Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Any of you watching this, any of the viewers, you can put anything. You can even put a different language. And if I can read it, I will surely read it. If not, I will draw the same thing, or I will, if it's English letters, I will tell the letters. Yes, now we have Prabjot Gilaya who has put a conch emoji, I guess. Yeah, it's a conch or a snail. Yeah, snail, and then Om Shri Venkateshwara, and then plant emoji, and then with 4 leaves, and then a carrot, and then the earth emoji, and a clock emoji, and a house or a hut kind of thing. It's orange color. Anyone else would like to put in your comment before we go to the next power of body scan? Okay, so now the volunteer will be removing my IBAN, and all of you can see the IBAN once the IBAN is removed also. And we'll be moving on to the next power of body scanning. Yes, so all of you can see the IBAN. It is just as it was before. And now we'll be getting into the next power of body scanning. Yes, so in this next power of body scanning, this power awakens the ability to scan anyone's body and to scan any illnesses, diseases, or medical diagnosed issues, and also provide solutions to the root of the problem through the awakened third eye. And the Shastra Pramana for this power comes from Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. Swadehe jagato vapi sukshma sukshmatarani cha tattvani yani nilayam dhyatvante vyajyate para. And in this verse, Bhagavan Parmashiva says, cognize deeply that from the subtle to the subtlest consecutive principles in your whole body, Swadeha, or the whole universe simultaneously consist of the essential reality. They are being absorbed in their source cause, Paramashiva. By the experience of such restful awareness, one becomes complete from all thoughts, and the ultimate universal divine power, Paradevi, Adi Shakti, is revealed, and the supreme power manifestation happens. And the Apta Pramana for this verse is where a Siddha named Terya, who was a prominent disciple of Agatya, this is from his life. And one day a man suffering from severe headache comes to Agatya for healing. Agatya uses the power of body scanning and identifies the root cause of the headache. He reveals that there is a small terai, a type of frog, sitting in the person's brain. And Agatya then immediately instructs Terya, his disciple, to perform an open head surgery and remove the frog. And after the surgery is completed successfully, the person is healed and cured of the headache, and thus Terya gains his name. And the Atma Pramana for this power was revealed on the 22nd of December 2019 by the Supreme Court of himself. Only when I had the multiple compound hand fracture, I was forced to go for surgery and therefore for medical checkups related to that. At that time, they detected heavy metal quantity in my different organs. It was revealed that I had been poisoned without our knowledge. I immediately used diagnostic methods instead of medical facilities to study the body condition due to the poisoning. Through body scanning, I found out what the problems and balances had happened and where balances had to be done. I used allopathy as a second opinion to verify my findings. And now all of you can see the Sakshi Pramana, a few screenshots taken from social media where few of the thousands of disciples have shared their experience of where they have manifested this power of body scanning. And now we will be witnessing the live Sakshi Pramana, the live demonstration of this power of body scanning. So for whoever would like a body scan, you can put your comments in the YouTube comment section. And for the first few requests, we will be doing a body scan in the interest of time. Yes, I see Prabjot Kinaya and Buddy Parker has said thank you very much for the third eye power. Yes, and even you all will be able to manifest this power after the initiation, once you've gotten the initiation. And if any of you would like a body scanning, you can put in the comment section and we will be doing a body scanning for you. So basically in this power of body scanning, we scan the complete root of the problem itself. Just how we saw in the Abda Pramana, Agathir scanned the entire root of the headache, the root of the headache and why it was there to completely get the person cured of the headache. So in this power of body scanning, when we scan the whole root. It might be something mentally or cognition that is affecting you physically, or it might be something completely irrelevant to that organ or to that specific part of your body, but that will be the root. And we will be revealing that root and a solution to heal the root itself and get rid of the root problem itself, so you are completely healed. Otherwise, usually sometimes when you take some normal medicines, of course, we're not telling not to take medicines, and if you do have some problems, you should not stop yourself from getting the medical diagnosis, the actual medical diagnosis. But usually when you have a certain problem, medicines are given for that certain problem. Like if you have a headache, then you take tablets or you take a medicine for that for just the headache. But as we saw in the story of Agathir, the man who came with a headache, the root was because there was a small frog in the head. So like that, the roots for the problem will be different. So through the third eye, we give a solution for the complete root itself. Yes, Ma Body Parker has asked for body scanning. Yes, Ma. Now I will be doing a body scanning for you. Yes, I will be doing a body scan for you now. Yes. So, Buddy Parker, for you, I was able to see that there's a lot of incompletions with your father, and that is affecting your complete your entire body and your day-to-day activities, like your thinking and your cognitions are being affected by that incompletion with your father. So I was able to see that you should do deep completion with your father, and that will help you get completely healed in any body problem that you're going through. So this is what I was able to see. And Prabjot Gilaya, you can, for about the well dimension, you can ask in the Venkateshwara readings. You can sign up for the Venkateshwara readings and ask about how to manifest wealth for yourself. And yes, I will now do a quick healing for you, Aya, for any problem that you're going through. Yes, so Prabhupada Gilaya, I have given healing for any problem that you're going through. And if you want to know more about how you can manifest wealth, you can sign up for the Venkateshwara readings. And now with this, in the interest of time, we come to the conclusion of the power manifestation segment. And we will be moving on to the further segments of this program, where we will be learning who is Devi Parashakti and many more things. We will be learning many more things in this program. So I thank all of you for joining us for this power manifestation segment, and please stay tuned for the further segments.
Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. What I mean by the word e-Kailasa, listen intensely. Enlightenment ecosystem, literally enlightenment itself, in your own home, wherever you are. If you cannot come to Kailasa, it's okay. Kailasa can come to you. Kailasa coming is e-Kailasa.
I will revive Hinduism. I am a Hindu revivalist, not by any revolution, but by evolution.
Nithyanam, everyone, welcome back. So now in this next segment, we will all be seeing who is Devi Parashakti, the divine feminine consciousness. So we'll be first looking at the Dhyana Shloka of Devi Parashakti, which comes from the Lalita Sahasranama Dhyana Shloka. Sindhuraruna vigraham trinayanam manikya mauli spurate taranayaka shekharam smitamukhim mapina vakshoruham panipyamali purna ratna chashakam raktotpalam bhipratim saumyam ratna gatasta rakta charanam dhyayet paramambikam. And the translation for this verse is: the Divine Mother is to be meditated upon as shining in a vermilion red body, with a triple eyes, sporting a crown of rubies, studded with the crescent moon, a face all of smiles, a splendid bust, one hand holding a jewel cup brimming with mead, and the other twirling a red lotus. And another verse, which also comes from the Lalita Sahasranama Dhyana Shloka. Arunam karunam tarangatakshim dritapashankusha pushpabana chapam animadibhiravritam ayukaihi rahamityeva vibhavaye bhavani. And the translation for this verse says, I meditate on the great empress. She is red in color and her eyes are full of compassion, and holds the noose, the good, the bow, and the flowery arrow in her hands. She is surrounded on all sides by powers such as anima rays, and she is the self within me. And Devi Parashakti is the pure divine feminine consciousness. Parashakti is the cosmic mother. It is her cosmic womb from which billions and billions of universes come out and go in. It is the source of the Big Bang, and black holes go on and on. Parashakti is the source Shakti, the source energy, and the source power from which all of us came, in which all of us are in even now, and in which all of us are going to merge into. And out of her extreme love and compassion, Parashakti herself is manifesting through the embodied form as the Nijavatara of the Supreme Point of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanand, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, gracing us, answering all of our questions, attending to our prayers, giving boons, healing us, revealing our past, present, and future, delivering profound spiritual truths, and ultimately giving us the experience of Paramashivoham itself. And in the words of Devi Parashakti herself, she beautifully says, raising as Omkara, expressing as Vedas and Agamas, blossomed as Srimkara, filled as Parashodasi, living in 40 triangles, the Kailasha Swami who is in Kailasha, Sri Parachintamani, Parashodasi, sitting as part of Paramashiva, Parameshwari who rules the world, Paramashakti, Manonman, Meenakshi, as Nithyananda I took Nijavatara here to give good boons to everyone, to bestow all goodness, Hiranyagarbha Swarupini, Brahmanda Yoni, Shami, Chandramauli, Rapala, Aparna, Uma, Parvati, Savitri, Navayavana, Samrajya Lakshmi, Parameshwari, Parashodasi, Meenakshi. Taking the form of Nithyananda, I came here as Nijavatara. With great compassion and blessing, listen people, to do good to all of you, I took the form of Nithyananda and came down as Nijavatara. And again, in the words of Devi Parashakti herself, she beautifully says, raising in Omkara, blossoming as Shiva, Shiva, manifesting as source of existence, powers of existence, expression of existence, from the oneness of Om, blossoming into two as Prakriti and Purusha, blossoming as three Shaktis, Icha, Kriya, and Jnana, growing as 4 Vedas, expanding as 5 Panchabhutas, beyond 6 chakras, filled as Gotras of 7 Rishis, expanding as 8 directions, existing as 9 Grahas, blossoming as 10 Indriyas, being as 11 Vidras, creating all the worlds, bringing life to tell and make fruit blossom and to do good. Parashodasi, Meenakshi, in the form of Nithyananda, I came to bless every one of you. And now let's see how we can receive Devi Parashakti. So literally you are seeing Paramashiva and Parashakti at that moment. She is there on your screen. So you can always receive her very traditionally. You can keep 2 betel leaves, 1 banana, 1 betel nut, and a coin in front of the screen as you watch Devi Parashakti and receive her. And for those of you who don't know, the coin is actually considered the traditional dakshina in Hindu tradition. It can be the lowest value. In India, it can even be just 1 paise. In the US, it can even be just a cent. Swamiji says, I'm not trying to monetize. Keep even 1 cent is okay. So for 100 days, if you have darshan, it will add up to $1. In India, even 1 paisa is okay. And you can offer that to Devi Parashakti. And once the darshan is over, you can do namaskar and eat the banana, the beech leaf, and the betel nut, taking it as prasadam immediately. And the coins that you collect, you can send it to the LA temple for the further procedures. You can send it to the Los Angeles temple. And for those of you who might be wondering, how does betel leaf and betel nut may benefit you? The betel leaf and betel nut may look too small, but in a few days you will actually realize how much it adds to your sentiment that really Devi Parashakti is there, really she is there. And you will not take Devi Darshan for granted. Rituals will break your monotonous and conscious mentality and lifestyle and remind you and raise you to the powerful cognition. It will break your unconscious behavior. And now all of you can see how you can set up your tambulam to receive Devi Parashakti. So you can arrange the betel leaf, the betel nut, and the banana on the coin on a plate. You can keep the betel leaves with the betel nut on top of it as shown in the picture. And then you can keep the banana on the side and a coin also in the plate. So these are the 4 basic items. But if you would like, you can also add a few other additional items, which are like coconut, some kumkum, turmeric, some bangles, glass bangles, and some fresh flowers. So if you would like, you can add these few additional items also. But the 4 basic items which are kept as part of tambulam is the betel leaf, the betel nut, the banana, and the coin. So you can arrange all of this in a plate as you receive Devi Parashakti for the darshan. And now with that, we come to the conclusion of the segment where we have learned who is Devi Parashakti and how we can receive her when she comes for the darshan. And we will be now moving on to the further segments where we will be learning about what Devi Parashakti has revealed for humanity and how important it is for all of us to understand, internalize, and follow and not take for granted what Devi Parashakti has revealed and told all of us. So we will be now moving on to the next segment of this program after a short break.
Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
Nithyanandam, welcome back, dear viewers. Now we will be entering into the next segment where we will understand some of the revelations made by Devi Parashakti. We'll look at specifically what Devi has revealed about the sacred secrets of Hindu birth and understand what is the responsibility of Hindus. So let us enter into this segment. If I could request a volunteer to project the slides on Hindu Yonidom. We'll be getting ready for the slides. If I could request a volunteer to project the slides on Hindu Yonidom. So Devi has revealed that the Hindu birth is the best birth that you can take. First of all, human birth is the Uttama birth, the best birth. And Hindu birth is the best of the best, the Uttama birth. So it is the responsibility of Hindus to protect Sanatana Hindu Dharma. So let us look at what Devi has revealed about this. And as we wait for the sun, understand that Devi has been in the past several months and has been continuously guiding us and continuously holding our hand through this pandemic. And she will continuously be doing this even in the coming week. This Friday, we will be again receiving, and yesterday itself, we received Devi's blessings and are continuing to receive Devi's blessings. And we will continue to receive so many great truths from Devi. So if you would like to connect with Devi, we'll be presenting in the next segment some of the offerings that you can connect with Devi with. Devi has been continuously available, and if you want to show your gratitude for her, you can offer your gratitude through various offerings in the next segment. So we will be having that segment after finishing this segment. So let us understand some of the revelations made by Devi on the sacred secrets of Hindu birth. If I can just request the volunteer to project the slides. Yes, these slides we'll actually get to the slides after we project the slides on the Padayatra, and we can understand what Devi has revealed about the Padayatra that the Supreme Conference of Hinduism was to conduct in 2020. So we can just project the slides on. We can go to the beginning of the slide. Sorry, if we can go to the first slide. I will get the slides right here. So Devi has revealed that the Padayatra that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was to conduct in 2020 was to re-energize the 12 Jyotirlingas. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism also has revealed his vision for this Padayatra in 2017 itself. So in this segment, we will be understanding some of the plans and the reasons for why the Padayatra. So let us enter into this section to understand Devi Parashakti's revelation.
பட்டு பாத யாத்திரை செய்த பிறகு மட்டுமே நீ அங்கு செல்ல வேண்டும், அதுவரை உன்னை காத்து செல்லாதே. ஓம் ஓம்.
And the translation for Devi Parashakti's revelation: for this huge Kirmi Bhojana Mahal not to come to India in 2020 itself, I had planned to do the Padayatra throughout India and the 12 Jyotirlingas through my son Swamiji. They chased the captain of the ship out of the country. See what is going to happen. So let us go back to 2017 and listen to the vision for the Padayatra the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism revealed.
The path route we are taking, physical healing or mental healing, or it's a too big visualization. How will you visualize? What will happen if 10,000 power manifestors enter into a village and ask people, tell me your problem now, come on, let's sort it out. Understand 1200 years before in Tiruvannamalai temple carvings, how the baby will be in the womb in second month, third month, all that is detailed way carved, it is there. Which scanning machine was there in those days? Other than they will not be able to involve themselves in any ritual. Other than darshan, nothing else will be allowed. So all the archana, all the other offerings, like people will offer the archanas and other, everything will be done to the Utsava Murti, which will be kept in the Balalayam, the present Balalayam, present structure. So people can spend time here. That will be more like a main darshan. This will be like energy darshan, where you can give letter, get response. So by next year, the Balalayam will be ready. So 2019 full year, I will be conducting the programs and everything. 2020 will be the one full year Padayatra, walking. From next year, Jayanti, means 2019's Jayanti to 2020's Jayanti. Full year, Jayanti to Jayanti will be Padayatra. 10,000 people will be walking. What a scene it will be. I think that is the only way the revival of Sanatana Hindu Dharma can be done. I need to get into the ground where people can see me, where they are living. I can't be waiting for people to come where I am living. Now I am sitting in one place to prepare these 10,000 people and make this science completely user-friendly. For that only I am sitting and working. So I have given 2 years for me now, 2018 and 2019. So 2020, before that 10,000 people will be ready to walk with me, manifesting powers. We will literally solve every person's problem in every village. The way we are walking, the path route we are taking, physical healing or mental healing, or it's a too big visualization. How will you visualize? What will happen if 10,000 power manifestors enter into a village and ask people, tell me your problem now, come on, let's sort it out. Understand, 1200 years before in Tiruvannamalai temple carvings, how
And the Supreme Concept of Hinduism has been preparing for this Padayatra since the age of 10. The Supreme Concept of Hinduism has been enriching and preparing people for this Padayatra to save them from this Pralaya. And from that age, the Supreme Concept of Hinduism has been enriching and initiating the masses into the science of enlightenment through powerful discourses, initiations, and darshans. And in the next several slides, we will see some of the programs the Supreme Concept of Hinduism has been conducting over the past 26 years. Here you can see the Supreme Concept of Hinduism blessing someone in Vellore, Tamil Nadu. And in Rasipur, Tamil Nadu, you can see and Namakkal in 2005, and Salem in 2005, and the Nithyananda program in Bangalore, the Birth Star celebrations in Tiruvannamalai in 2005, and the Jayanti celebrations in Adi Kailasha Sarvajñapita in 2006, and in Tiruvannamalai in 2006 again. And the Nithyananda Spurana program in Chennai in 2006. And all of these photos, you can see how many people were attending, how many people were getting blessed, and how many people were receiving this science of enlightenment. The Adi Kailasha Sarvajñapita during the Guru Purnima celebrations in 2006, you can see here. The Bhakti Spurana program, the Dhyana Spurana program, the Little Anandas program, which was focused on initiating the youth into the science of enlightenment, and the Saptayaga program, which was held in Salem in 2006. This was a series of homas conducted by the Supreme Concept of Hinduism, and several thousand devotees who were also in attendance and guided into the same homas that the Supreme Concept of Hinduism performed. Here you can see the devotees' disciples and the Supreme Concept of Hinduism himself performing the homa. And here the blessings received by the devotees of the Supreme Concept of Hinduism, and the Nithyananda Spurana program held in Adi Kailasha in 2006. The Nithyananda Spurana program in Salem in 2006. And the Supreme Concept of Hinduism has been continuously working, tirelessly enriching one person at a time, attending to each being and blessing millions of people in order to protect them, in order to bring the superconscious breakthrough. However, the anti-Hindu elements made it nearly impossible for the Supreme Concept of Hinduism to bring the science of enlightenment to the world, to protect humanity from this pralaya, and to do the re-energizing process. They drove the Supreme Concept of Hinduism out of India. And let us listen to Devi Parashakti's revelation on the solution for this.
Om. Om. Om.
బిల్వమంగళ స్వామి
And Devi revealed that the only solution for this pralaya to end in India is for the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism to once again be received in India with great reverence and respect as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, and to do the re-energizing process and the Padayatra that was originally planned. And as we look around, we can see what the great rishis had described as this Kali Yuga with so much of destruction and suffering. And in the Kurma Purana, it states that the Kali Yuga is the worst of the 4 yugas, where man will be his own worst enemy. And let us look at the translation from page Vyasa of this verse. This Kali Yuga is the worst of the 4 yugas in all the world. People are sinful and forget the dharma of the 4 varanas and the 4 ashramas. In fact, men are so sinful that no prescribed penance atones for their great sins. The only place which is free from such sins is this great sacred city of Varanasi, the Mahapuri. And the Kurma Purana also states that Lord Rudra, Paramashiva himself, is the avatar for Kali Yuga. And the translation of this verse, Brahma is the presiding divinity or Devata of the first cycle of time, the Krita Yuga. In the Treta Yuga, the second cycle of time, it is Bhagavan Ravi, Surya, in which appeared Sri Rama. In the Dvapara Yuga, the third cycle of time, the presiding divinity is Vishnu. And in the Kali Yuga, the fourth cycle of time, the current age, the presiding divinity, the avatar is Rudra, Lord Maheshwara, Mahasadashiva himself. And out of his deepest compassion to protect humanity, Paramashiva himself descended into the human form in the Nijavatara of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagat Guru Mahasanidanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, on the 2nd of January, 1978. And if the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, if Paramashiva himself would have waited even one more year, it would have been too late. If the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism had waited till 1979 to take the human body, it would have been too late. So let us listen to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself revealing about this.
Who feel blessed. Science is not dead. It is available. I have everything needed to bring that science back to life and establish its legitimacy. Listen to the science of oneness. And whether it is in the angle of what is chastity for grihasthas and what is chastity for sannyasis.
And the avatar's advent on planet Earth was to protect the world from this great cosmic deluge, to bring them to the new age, the Satyuga. So let us listen to Devi revealing about this.
நந்தன் வடிவம் தாங்கி நாமே இங்கு வந்திருக்கின்றோம். நித்திய யுகம் செய்வோம், நித்திய யுகம் சத்தியயுகமாய் மலரும் இங்கு. ஆனந்தமாயிருங்கள்.
And the translation of this verse, of this revelation, people of the world, listen. The time has matured and it has come for the time has come for Satyuga to happen. So this great pralaya has come. Don't worry, people. In the form of Nithyananda, I myself have come. I will make Nitya Yuga will blossom as Satyuga. Be blissful. For this huge hell Kirimi Bhojanam not to come to India, 2020, I had planned to do the Padayatra throughout India in the 12 Jyotirlingas through my son Swamiji. And in order to prepare for this, the avatar began the Padayatra at the mere age of 10. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism began enriching people one person at a time with the truths from the sacred scriptures and the secrets of higher living. And even as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was 14 and 15 years old, all of his classmates recalled the Yatra, where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism led them all from Guriyatam, Tamil Nadu to Tirunamalai, his birthplace, and a huge spiritual pilgrimage site. And when the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was just around 19 years old, all his fellow monks at the Ramakrishna Mutt recalled the Yatra, where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism led them from Chennai, Tamil Nadu to Tirunamalai, his birthplace, and gave them an unforgettable pilgrimage trip experience. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism continued walking the length and breadth of India, reaching more and more people and preparing each one until the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism founded the international mission, the Nithyananda Sangha, to revive Kailasa internationally on the 31st of December, 1999. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism established the first Kailasa enlightenment ecosystem, the Tiruchendur in Tiruchendur, Tamil Nadu, on the 14th of April, 2001. And here you can see the photos of the inauguration day. And in 2003, the Avatar continued his Vijayatra all over the world to enrich people from various backgrounds. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism's intensity resonated even among crowds who did not speak English and brought each one to tears. And in 2004, the Avatar led his disciples on the first Malayan Yatra, visiting temples, delivering satsangs, and initiating them into the super conscious breakthrough. And subsequently, the Avatar personally organized and led yatras yearly and guided individual souls not just to physical spiritual sites, but to supernal spiritual realms. And in 2006, the Padayatras were taken to the next level with the Kodikanda Yatra, with crores participating and impacted by Nithyanandeshvara and Nithyanandeshwari, who traveled from city to city, blessing each soul. And here's a short clip of the Kodikanda Yatra in 2006. You can see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism blessing thousands of people, his mere presence bringing so much of joy and bliss to each being. For this Kodikanda Yatra, who were joining the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism on this Yatra. And the Kodikanda Yatra culminated with the consecration of an inauguration of the Garbha Mandir for Nithyanandeshvara Paramashivam, Nithyanandeshwari Parashakti, and the Swayambhulinga in Adi Kailasha in Bangalore, South India. And these deities were energized as Achavataras to radiate the energy of Paramashiva and Parashakti to create the Adi Kailasha Sarvityampita as a ship to save humanity from the upcoming Pralaya. And the Supreme Concept of Hinduism created innumerable spiritual energy centers in India as safe havens to protect people during this great deluge. And Kailasa in Tiruchenur, the Adi Kailasha Sarvajnapita, and the Kailasa in Hyderabad. And here in 2008, the Avatar created and energized the Nithyananda River, the Anandalingam, which would protect anyone who bathes in its waters from the deadly COVID disease. And let's watch that short video.
शिवधराय च नमः तीर्थ्याय च कूल्याय च नमः पार्याय च नमः प्रतरणाय चोत्तरणाय च नमः आचार्याय च लाद्याय च नमः षष्ट्याय च फेन्याय च नमः सिकत्याय च प्रवाह्याय च नमः ईरण्याय च प्रपथ्याय च नमः किगंशिलाय च क्षयणाय च नमः कपर्दिने च पुनस्तये च नमः गोष्ट्याय च गृह्याय च नमः तल्प्याय च गेह्याय च नमः काट्याय च गह्वरेष्ठाय च नमः हृदयाय च निवेष्ट्याय च नमः पागं सव्याय च रजस्याय च नमः शुष्ट्याय च हरित्याय च नमो लोप्याय चोलप्याय च नमः ऊर्व्याय च कूर्म्याय च नमः पर्ण्याय च पर्णसद्याय च नमो पगुर्माणाय च अभिघ्नते च नमः आख्यदते च प्रखिदते च नमो वक्तिरिकेभ्यो देवानागं हृदयेभ्यो नमो विक्षीणकेभ्यो नमो विचिन्वत्केभ्यो नमः आनिर्हतेभ्यो नमः आमीवत्केभ्यः द्रापे अन्धतस्पते दरिद्रन्नीललोहिता येषां पुरुषाणामेषां पशूनां माभेर्मा रोमो येषां किञ्चनामवते या ते रुद्रशिवा तनो शिवा विश्वाः भेषजी शिवा रुद्रस्य भेषजी तया नो मृणजीवते इमागं रुद्राय तपसे कपर्दिने क्षयद्वीराय प्रभरामहे मतिं शपथद्विपदे चतुष्पदे विश्वं पुष्टं ग्रामे अस्मिन्ननातुरं मृडानो रुद्रोतनो मयस्कृधि क्षयद्वीराय नमसा विधेमते सञ्चयोश्चमनुराय जेति पिता ददश्याम तव रुद्र प्रणीतौ मानो महान्तपशुरीर्षः वीराय सुंसदै युवानमेतिर्वृणक्तु परिद्वेषस्य.
And wherever the avatar's feet have graced the planet Earth, there the seeds of its super consciousness have been sown. And with thousands of Kailasa enlightenment ecosystems all over the world, more than 1 billion people have been enriched by the avatar. Here are some of the enlightenment ecosystems established by the avatar to protect humanity and to deliver these superconscious breakthroughs to the people. The first, Adi Nithyananda Pita, the Kailasa in Erode. The Adi Kailasa Sarvajnapita in Bangalore, India. And we will see that several more Kailasa enlightenment ecosystems in the coming photos. The Kailasa in Tiruvannamalai, the Kailasa in Columbus, Ohio,